Story of Prophet Suleman, peace be upon him.
Long ago, in the blessed land of Palestine, there lived a noble prophet and king named Suleman, the son of Prophet Dawud. From a young age, Allah had gifted him with wisdom and understanding far beyond his years. His father, Dawud, was known for his justice, but even he was amazed by the clarity and insight of his son's mind. One day, two men came before Prophet Dawud, a dispute. One said that his neighbor's sheep had strayed into his field at night and eaten all of his crops. Dawud judged that the owner of the sheep should give them to the man whose crops were destroyed. But young Suleman, who was listening nearby, spoke softly and said, "Father, perhaps it would be more just if the man whose field was damaged took the sheep only for a time, to benefit from their milk and wool, while the other man replants and regrows his crops. When the field grows back, the sheep should be returned to their owner." Prophet Dawud smiled, for this was indeed a fairer and wiser judgment. Allah was pleased with Suleman's understanding, as the Qur'an tells us. فَفَهَّمْنَاهَا سُلَيْمَانَ وَكُلًّا آتَيْنَا حُكْمًا وَعِلْمًا. And we gave understanding of it to Suleman, and to each of them we gave judgment and knowledge. Surah Al-Anbiya, Surah 179. As Suleman grew, Allah blessed him with prophethood after his father's death. He inherited not only a kingdom, but also the responsibility of leading his people in truth and justice. He called them to the worship of Allah alone, without partners, reminding them that power and wealth mean nothing unless they are used to please the Creator. Allah granted Prophet Suleman incredible gifts. He could understand the speech of animals and birds, command the winds, and even rule over the Jinn by Allah's permission. Yet he was never proud or arrogant, for he knew these were blessings and tests from his Lord. It is said that Prophet Suleman used a vast carpet or mat woven with a special design upon which he could sit with his people and travel great distances by Allah's power. The wind would lift it gently into the air and carry it wherever he wished, soft and swift, never harsh. The Qur'an mentions, فَسَخَرْنَا لَهُ الرِّيحَ تَجْرِي بِأَمْرِهِ رُخَاءً حَيْثُ أَصَابَ. So we subjected the wind to him, blowing gently by his command wherever he desired. Surah Said 38:36. When Prophet Suleman set out with his army, composed of men, jinn, and birds, even the smallest creatures noticed his presence. One day, as they passed through a valley, a little ant saw the army coming and cried out, "O ants, enter your homes, lest Suleman and his soldiers crush you while they do not realize it." Prophet Suleman heard her words, smiled, and raised his hands in gratitude, saying, فَتَبَسَّمَ ضَاحِكًا مِنْ قَوْلِهَا وَقَالَ رَبِّ أَوْزِعْنِي أَنْ أَشْكُرَ نِعْمَتَكَ الَّتِي أَنْعَمْتَ عَلَيَّ وَعَلَى وَالِدَيَّ وَأَنْ أَعْمَلَ صَالِحًا تَرْضَاهُ. He smiled, amused at her words, and said, "My Lord, inspire me to be thankful for your blessings upon me and my parents, and to do good deeds that please you." Hudhud An-Naml 27:19. Though he ruled over a vast kingdom, Prophet Suleman was always humble before Allah. His greatness lay in his gratitude, not in his throne. One day, Prophet Suleman noticed that one of his birds, the Hudhud, hoopoe, was missing from the ranks. When the bird returned, it brought surprising news from a faraway land called Sheba. "I have come to you with news you do not know," said the Hudhud. "I found a woman ruling over them, and she has been given everything. She and her people worship the sun instead of Allah. إِنِّي وَجَدْتُ امْرَأَةً تَمْلِكُهُمْ وَأُوتِيَتْ مِنْ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ وَلَهَا عَرْشٌ عَظِيمٌ وَجَدْتُهَا وَقَوْمَهَا يَسْجُدُونَ لِلشَّمْسِ مِنْ دُونِ اللَّهِ. Indeed, I found a woman ruling over them who has been given everything, and she has a mighty throne. I found her and her people prostrating to the sun instead of Allah." Surah An-Naml 27:23-24. Prophet Suleman wanted to guide them to the truth, so he sent a letter to the Queen of Sheba, Bilqis, saying, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Allah ta'lu alayya wa'tuni muslimin, in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Do not be arrogant against me, but come to me in submission to Allah. Surah An-Naml 27:30-31. Bilqis, who was wise and thoughtful, decided to visit Suleman to see the truth herself. Before she arrived, Suleman wanted to show her a sign of Allah's power. One of the jinn said he could bring her throne from her land before Suleman stood up from his seat, but a man who had knowledge from the book brought it even faster, in the blink of an eye. When she saw her throne already placed before her, she realized that this was no magic, but the power of the true God. In Suleman's palace, she saw a floor that looked like water and lifted her dress, thinking it was a pool. Suleman smiled and said it was only a floor made of smooth glass. Amazed, she declared, قالت ربي إني ظلمت نفسي وأسلمت مع سليمان لله رب العالمين. My Lord, I have wronged myself, and I submit with Suleman to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Surah An-Naml 27:44. Through his kindness and wisdom, Prophet Suleman guided her and her people from worshipping the sun to worshipping Allah. His mission was always da'wah, to call people to the truth, not to seek worldly glory. He ruled over lands and nations, yet his heart remained soft and grateful. The jinn built for him towers and monuments, the wind carried him on journeys, and the birds served as his scouts. But all of this, he knew, was a test and mercy from Allah. Then came a time after Prophet Suleman's death when people began to twist the truth. They saw the wonders Allah had given him, his rule over jinn and nature, and some among the children of Israel began to whisper false stories. They claimed that Suleman had ruled by magic and used sorcery to control the jinn and the wind. They said he had learned secrets from devils. But these were lies. Prophet Suleman hated magic and forbade it. After his death, devils spread scrolls of false teachings, hiding them under his throne. When people found them, the devils told them, "This is how Suleman ruled." Many were deceived and began to study those spells. So Allah revealed the truth in the Qur'an, defending his prophet's honor. وَاتَّبَعُوا مَا تَتْلُو الشَّيَاطِينُ عَلَى مُلْكِ سُلَيْمَانَ وَمَا كَفَرَ سُلَيْمَانَ وَلَكِنَّ الشَّيَاطِينَ كَفَرُوا يُعَلِّمُونَ النَّاسَ لِلسِّحْرِ. And they followed what the devils falsely recited during the reign of Solomon. Solomon did not disbelieve, but the devils disbelieved, teaching people magic. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:102. Thus Allah made it clear forever. Prophet Suleman was innocent. His power came from Allah alone, not from magic or disbelief. The devils were the ones who practiced and taught sorcery. Prophet Suleman's miracles, his power over wind and jinn, were divine gifts, not spells. He lived and ruled through faith, justice, and gratitude, never through evil. Later, as his life came near its end, Prophet Suleman stood in his place of worship, leaning on his staff, watching the jinn at work. Allah took his soul so gently that he remained standing. The jinn continued working, thinking he was alive, until a tiny termite gnawed through his staff and his body fell. Then they realized he had died long before. فَلَمَّا قَضَيْنَا عَلَيْهِ الْمَوْتَ مَا دَلَّهُمْ عَلَى مَوْتِهِ إِلَّا دَبَّةُ الْأَرْضِ تَأْكُلُ مِنْ سَأَتَهِ. When we decreed death for him, nothing indicated to them that he had died except a creature of the earth eating his staff. Surah Saba 34:14. Through his life and even in his passing, Prophet Suleman taught humanity that power, wisdom, and miracles are nothing without faith and thankfulness. He prayed always, رَبِّ أَوْزِعْنِي أَنْ أَشْكُرَ نِعْمَتَكَ الَّتِي أَنْعَمْتَ عَلَيَّ وَعَلَى وَالِدَيَّ وَأَنْ أَعْمَلَ صَالِحًا تَرْضَاهُ. My Lord, inspire me to be thankful for your blessings upon me and my parents, and to do good deeds that please you. Surah An-Naml 27:19. So, dear brothers and sisters, boys and girls, remember Prophet Suleman's story as one of gratitude and truth. All knowledge and power belong to Allah alone. Magic and lies lead to loss, but faith and wisdom raise us high. As the Prophet Muhammad said, "Whoever humbles himself for the sake of Allah, Allah will raise him in rank." Sahih Muslim. May Allah make us thankful like Suleman, alayhi as-salam. wise in our choices, gentle in our strength, and always faithful to him who gives all power and takes it away. Allah, the Lord of the worlds.